I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, the crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah. Sycophants on velvet sofas, lavish mansions, vintage wine. I am so much more than royal.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I am the one, the only, the WOOKIE, joined here once again by Mr. JR. What's going on, JR?
Hello, Keyforge community. I'm excited to be back.
And I'm understanding we need to wish you the most happiest of birthdays.
I'm raising a pint glass at the moment to all of my fellow Keyforgers.
Yes. And Mr. Dan. What's up, Dan?
Not much.
Thrilled as always, Dan is to be here. You can tell by the inflection in his voice, but we are on what we're calling an extreme time crunch right now, and we're trying to get this in. So we are looking at Deck 2 Cyclonium Chamber Agent. We're going to run through all the new cards, and Dan is going to tell us why Gateway to Dis is an important card in this set. But let's start off with Bonesaw. 5-power creature demon from Dis. If a friendly creature was destroyed this turn, Bonesaw enters play ready. Guys, you can tell. You can taste the excitement.
Yeah.
You can taste it here.
We went ahead and did a little recording. We failed yesterday, so we're going to try again. The conversation yesterday was in regards to, in this deck, it plays with some synergy and that there can be some damage, so Bonesaw could come in ready. Overall, we're seeing it kind of as it's deck dependent.
Yeah. Very deck dependent. And I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday when we were going through it, that Brobnar has had this same kind of like cycle, and it just doesn't seem to play more times than not. So let's go to the Dark Minion. It's a 1-power mutant creature from Dis. It will enhance one card in your deck with a damage icon. Deal 1 damage. When it's destroyed, you'll deal 1 damage to each enemy creature. I know you were kind of like, oh, I'll pop off some wards, you know.
That's what I see it's used for. Popping off some wards. We'll have to see how much warding is going to be coming back, but that is the use. Again, deck dependence, but with some of the synergy here, we can hopefully deal a little damage to his enemies.
And then the next card, we all know it, we all love it, Gateway to Dis. Now, both me and JR are kind of in the camp of, wow, you bring Sanctum back, and then, of course, here comes Gateway to Dis to just kind of moiter all those poor knights. Dan, you have a different view. Let's hear it.
Well, I was counterpointing that you guys thought this was too good because 3 chains isn't much drawback, and you can reset your board afterwards. And I mean, like, they've got rid of most of the reset cards. Exhume isn't coming back. Arise isn't coming back. So we're going to have a lot slower reset after that. But with the way Dino boards build right now and the way Saurian boards build right now, we need more good board wipes. Otherwise, these slow board build decks are just going to dominate the meta. And you're going to be stuck with Worlds Collide decks and Coda decks that can blow them off the board. And this set won't get in rotation without good board wipes.
I did put into some thought about what you said yesterday, and yes, we do need board wipes. I don't know, like, creatures at the current time, right now in meta, I don't want to say are meaningless, but, like, you can't grow attached to any of them. Like, you can't be like, oh, yeah, like, I can just keep this guy on the board, because chances are you're not. It's probably the lower power creatures have much better powers than a lot of the high-powered creatures, but then you've got some high-powered creatures that do have a few good abilities, like Thero Centurion, who is, what is he? He's play, fight, capture 1, right?
Yes.
Play,
All right,
fight.
perfect. And I was just making sure, because but, you know, that
He's
seems
not
pretty
the
good.
problem. It's Denopius and Unguis and the third guy that's in that set, where they get power for Amber on them.
Okay.
Like, if you don't have non-power dependent board wipes, they just become unreasonably big, which is just trouble.
I don't know. I just see it like wiping a board completely. I don't know. Like, I gotta wait and see. I will sit firmly on the wait and see. Just due to, okay, then let's do targeted removal. Let's remove creatures through cards. But then again, we're only getting 37 of these, or 36 of these bad boys.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
not
guess.
sure.
I mean, we talked a bit about we'd like to see this instead of at a common, that in an uncommon slots. I think Dan put a great piece in why it shouldn't be rare. I thought more about the whole unlock gateway with the Omega piece. And from yesterday to today, I can really see that I think that really grinds out some games. So I'm fine with Gateway to Death here. We're going to have to see how it's going to play out with both Sanctum and Dinos, but it definitely seems to neuter those factions like Sanctum that want to go ahead and play the capture game.
And big creatures.
Yes.
Like big, I mean, by printing a card like Gateway to Dis, those big 2-carded creatures,
Mega creatures are going to
might
have
as well
issues.
just rip them up and throw them away. They're useless now.
That's kind of what we were thinking.
Useless.
Anyway,
They're useless, Dan. Come on.
Dan, when we went ahead and played our game in TTS, your setup for the big creature, the mega creature, and then honestly, you got it out, and I couldn't deal with it on one turn, and it couldn't do enough. It's still too weak. This next turn, there are too many cards to remove it. So, my thoughts just from the game.
Big creature. I'm not a big fan of them, but most of them have a strong enough play effect that it's okay.
Yeah, but is okay worth 3 cards in your deck?
I don't know. I love playing with Artanu.
Yeah, but you like, I don't.
I guess the short end of
say
it
something
is
there.
Garbage.
You like janky
We'll see.
garbage, yeah.
We will see.
You are the masochist of the bunch. Let's move on to Implosion. Ember, every time you play it, it is an action card. Play, destroy a friendly creature and an enemy creature. So I think yesterday we were all kind of in agreement. This is a pretty good card. You know, you get an Ember, you get to destroy a couple creatures. Lots of creatures in this deck want to be destroyed. Seems pretty decent to me.
QMEX and Red Penny both coming up where they basically self-cycle when you kill them. And plus, this card's really strong if you can play it while they have no board, or while you have no board, because then it just says destroy an enemy creature. So it's a very solid card with an Amber Pip on it. So
it just gets better. I want to talk about Key Break for a little bit, because this seems to be, you and I kind of briefly spoke on it. It's fixing what this is what Keyhammer I think was supposed to be before they made that ruling of, you know, quote unquote, do as much as you can, and then they're like, oh wait a minute, hold on, if you play that, you just give your opponent 6 Ember, and then they came up with Key Break. Anybody else getting that feeling?
Yeah, that's definitely what it is, but it's not just that, because they would have, if that's what they're going for, they would have just errated that card. They also wanted to slow down its timing, because now you can only use it when they're ahead.
Fair enough. I don't see, do you see a lot of key hammers being played?
Nope.
I don't either. So, I mean, is Key Hammer worth a miasma?
I'm not a huge fan of this card. I mean, the whole key cost increaser followed up with a break key style move is reasonably strong, but you also have to be a key behind.
Right.
Which means this can only work on first or second key. I guess, you know, that was always it, but it's not only on just those 2 keys, but now you have to be behind too.
Right.
Very, very
It's not even at the same level. So I'm not a fan of this card's timing. I think at least it's just an Amber to get it out of your hand.
True. Too situational
I guess I don't know
to be put in that mediocre tier?
I think so.
Okay.
I would agree with that. I don't know why they made it so situational. That's the question right now, but we'll have to see.
Well, at least it's an uncommon, so again, maybe we won't see so much of it. Let's move on to Double Doom. It is a dis action. Return an enemy creature to its owner's hand. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand. That seems really, really good.
So it's Fear, Mind Barb rolled into 1 card,
Yes.
but no Amber Pip.
No Amber Pip.
I will still take those 2 rolled into 1. I'm good with that.
I absolutely will too. I mean, hand manipulation is something I've been looking for in this game for now 3 sets, and they just really haven't done much with it. You don't see a lot of hand manipulation decks out there at all.
only
besides
thing
like double subtle maul.
I don't like about this card, which is a silly gripe, is I've really gone to often just rolling a die, those dice that we don't have, to randomly select a card.
Right.
And this is going to make them always have 7, and then you can't use the 6-sided.
So your gripe is that you won't be able to. That your gripe is you won't be able to use a dice to randomize it.
That's right.
Okay, well, maybe we'll make you a 7-sided dice that doesn't exist, but we could try. Let's move into the cards I'm most excited about. I'm not excited about them as a
Each
card?
individual? Yep.
Yeah, I'm not excited about them as a card, but I'm excited about them as a theory, or what do you call those? One of those.
I think as a set, as a collection, as the idea.
Yeah, the quirkiness of them, as we kind of start getting into like themes. It's the sins. So the first sin we see here is Desire. Desire is a 3-power demon sin. Keys cost +4. When Desire reaps, forge a key at current cost, reduced by 1 for each friendly sin. I said this should be a card, and kind of here it is. So, what are you guys' thoughts? Dan, we'll start with you. I know how much you love key costs.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like the card, or you don't like the key cost?
The key cost is fine.
You're in a corner.
Here we go.
All right, guys, we're back. We did get a little cut off there. Sorry, guys. I didn't let you guys know. I don't know what happened, but some of you started dropping, JR, but I fixed you.
Okay.
I fixed you. It's okay.
Woo, you fixed me. I'm getting old.
It wasn't It was somewhat thing on my end. I don't know. I got selected, and let me know if you guys have this too. I got an email recently from Discord saying I was selected for this crazy noise suppression thing. This crisp noise suppression. Since obviously I don't know if they know that I use the Discord to do the show and whatnot, but they selected me for some reason to be a part of this beta, and every now and again it just goes and it just kicks in and it mutes you guys. So then I have to go into the settings, physically turn it off. Like there's no like HUD setting that's like you can just turn this off. So I don't know. It's kind of dumb. I don't like it whatsoever, but it's there. So do
you have me running right now?
Yeah, you're good. No, everything's fine now.
Okay, because I don't have Discord up. So
no, everything's perfect. It was completely on my end. So
sweet. Good
times, but. We kind of wrapped up on Desire. Let's move to Envy, another 3-power creature. Sin, elusive. Reap. If there are 2 or more friendly Sin creatures, capture all of your opponent's Ember.
Rumble.
It's a 100% worse Drumble.
Oh yeah, it's worse, but it's still there if you can go ahead and land it and keep it around.
Yeah, this is a little more likely to fire, I guess, because you only need 2 of your sins to.
Which would be Envy would be 1, and then you'll really only need 1 other one.
But if you have some way to really box him up and protect him, which I haven't seen yet, but that's a repeatable capture all. So you stack up all their amber. Next turn you reap, you stack up the rest of their amber. So you can really bag it.
I don't know if this guy fires more times than not, though.
I don't know.
Only 3 power.
This is where I think that actually Desire is going to have a bigger impact, and we're going to see. But the idea that the key cost can be played at +4 is instant. So I play that. Dan, Ryan, you're not forging it at the current cost.
Right,
it's going to be +4.
10. I agree. The +4 key cost on Desire is going to be a valuable play effect. I was commenting that I don't think the Reap is going to.
The Reap's not going to be much of anything.
I can agree with that. I think this is very interesting looking at Envy with if there are 2 or more friendly Sin creatures. I like the ability that it can repeat over and over if it can stick out. But the idea of all I have to do is really make sure there isn't another Sin and we're good.
Or just bop Envy for 3, which, like I said, isn't that 3 damage is not tough in a direct damage scenario.
No, and there's now all those combo creatures that have, when they come into play, Exalt, deal 3 damage.
Right.
So anytime you see dinos, you're going to see 3 damage creatures that can just drop on the board and shoot one of these.
And shoot one of these guys. That's why all these 3 powers, like, they're not going to be there. I mean, you do get the keys cost +4. She's got to be in play. I think for Desire, if it was a 4 power, it would have been better. Like the Marmooks are, where they're just outside of being able to be blown up immediately. But we'll have to, again, it's one of those, this is all wait and see. By the way, these are now available to play on TCO. I don't know if I told you guys saw that. If you saw the post today, all 4 decks are now available to be played on TCO. So
it's very buggy. You're going to be in manual mode a lot to make the bonus icons work, but it's there, and it's still easier than TTS.
Sure.
And it was fun to go ahead and play, and those Sanctum creatures from last week, the capture just simply was stored amber.
Yep.
Thanks for making a bank for me.
Not a problem.
We're moving along. We see Pride as one of the next card. We've already kind of discovered Pride. I just realized that Pride is holding the Orb of Invidious. I never looked that deep into the art, but Pride definitely has it. Let's move into Wraith. Now,
actually, if you look, the little red ball orb is in all of the pictures.
The Orb of Invidious?
Yep.
It sure is. Huh. I'm just now seeing that, but let's move into Wraith. Where is it on Wraith now that you've got me looking?
It's in his armor.
Yep, we're all over his armor.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. Another 3 power, but 3 armor Sin creature. And I shouldn't say Wraith, this is Wrath. Taunt, Poison, Skirmish. Fight for each friendly Sin creature and rage an enemy creature. I can almost get on board with him.
Yeah, I mean he's a taunt with 3 armor, but 6 power isn't. I mean, like 6 total damage is not that hard to deal with.
Most dinosaurs can handle it.
Poison is kind of cool. I would have liked to see a big hazardous number on him. I would have, in truth, on all of these, I would have liked to see play/reap. I don't even think they'd be that overpowered if they had that.
I can agree with that.
I don't know. They're so slow. So if you land 1, not too big of a deal. If you land, 3 of them, I just answer them. I don't know. Hopefully that's the thing you say. And then JR beat me by landing 2 Sutterkins yesterday that I couldn't answer, and he reaped for half of his deck.
Well, I was watching that game, but overall, what are your thoughts? Let's just do real quick thoughts on the Sins. Again, I like them as kind of like the theme of them. As cards, I am not as sure.
Yeah, I just want to comment, Sloth has been spoiled as well. So
Okay.
just to hit on him, he's a 5 power one, and what they believe it says, because this is a translation, is at the end of your turn, if you did not use any creatures this turn, gain 1 for each friendly Sin. Now
That could be something
ability
decent.
I can get behind, because you play 3 Sins, and one of them's Sloth, and that's it for your turn. You also gain 3 Amber.
Yeah.
And then the next turn you play some other dudes and then gain 3 Amber, maybe?
Yeah.
That's something I can get behind.
We'll have to wait and see. Is it on the Facebook page? Is that where you saw it? Or
I don't know. No,
Okay.
I'm actually looking at Candlebot, which is on a lot of the different Discord servers, and it has a lot of spoilers in it.
I'll have to go take a look at that. But let's kind of keep on trucking here. Let's go now we're into logos, and we start out with Eclectic Inquiry. It is a Pipper of Ember every time you play it. Archive the top 2 cards of your deck. How the rich keep getting richer, huh?
How can you not like this? Is almost a better Eureka.
Yeah, I mean, it is a better. You can play this at any time. Because Eureka's alpha, right? Yeah.
Eureka.
Well, it's alpha, but also 3 Amber.
Right. That's true.
It is 3 Amber, but it's taking the 2 cards from your hand, and they're random. So here it's taking 2 cards from your deck that you're going to go ahead and be able to play. So I don't know. I like it.
They're both very, very strong cards is what it is.
Yeah.
It is. So I think kind of the theme, we've all kind of looked through the decks, the theme we're going to see is that Logos didn't get really, honestly, any weaker. And I wouldn't tell you to look for Logos to be weaker until, much further on. Or maybe they get rotated out. Who knows? But
Eddie is also not on the reprint list, so this archive is a little less scary.
Yeah.
And I don't believe Dataforge is coming around either, so again, all this archive is a little less scary.
Yeah. Let's go into Effervescent Principle. We all know what it does. It will be making a comeback. QMEX. Again, how the rich keep getting richer. 1 power robot Logos creature. When you play them, draw a card. When they're destroyed, you archive them. Boy, nothing says
these are
speed.
just begging to get the upgrade pips on them, the enhanced pips.
Oh, if they get the upgrade pips, GG's, right?
I mean, that'll be real good.
Ugh.
It'll be very good. And I love this specific deck where Dis is going to be able to dish out some of that damage to just go ahead and wipe them right away. I draw, I wipe.
Yeah, especially can those. Well, I was just trying to think. So we got the dark minions. No, they are to each enemy creature, but they do have the enhanced pip. So maybe you can. Because does the enhanced pip have to? So if it's enhanced, and it's enhanced with damage, I can put that damage wherever I want, right?
Correct.
So I mean, technically, if these were enhanced with the damage pip, I could play them. Oh no, the pip has to resolve before the card enters play. Never mind.
So it can't kill itself, but
it can't kill itself, but it can kill another one.
It's still pretty good.
Pretty good.
Draw a card, and then it goes right back into your archives. The next time you call Logos, you're just drawn again, and if they leave them around to Reaper fight, that's all good.
That's all good stuff. Dan, you were excited about standardized testing, and it will be making a comeback in this set. What's exciting you about standardized testing?
Outside of Bouncing Death Cork and Neutron Shark, it's the best creature control card.
Best semi-board clear?
Yeah. And then, again, in this deck, you're not real sad to blow up your own QMEX as your ones, protecting your slightly higher numbered cards.
Right.
I don't know, it's just a good... When we were talking yesterday on our last recording about board wipes that take some skill to use and have some things, this is a very good one in that regard. On the other hand, most of Sanctum's 4 power, it seems, is set, so this card can really destroy a Sanctum board.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. So we've seen Kronos already. We're not going to go through him. Mutagenic Serum. Pip of Ember every time you play it. It is a Logos artifact. Destroy Mutagenic Serum. You must use, or you may use, a friendly mutant creature this turn. So a little bit of house cheating within Logos.
Yeah, real deck dependent.
You think?
Well, do you have enough mutants out of house to make it worthwhile?
I suppose. I know that the set's supposed to be really focused on mutants, so I don't know. I guess I just kind of figured there'd be more of them.
Well, the demons are not mutants. This deck looks like it has 5 out of house mutants in it.
Let's JR, any thoughts on the Mutagenic Serum?
No, I think it's deck dependent on how many mutants we're going to have. We'll have to see how it plays out, but it's there. It's okay. Yeah. It's not anything that's wowing me.
It's an Amber Pip and hopefully a couple of Reaps.
Yeah.
So that should be okay.
Neurosiphon will be making a comeback, which is pretty decent card. You're at least getting a Pip of Ember every time you play it, with possible steal and a card draw. So this is a card that I have focused on. This is what I've been kind of dubbing the Logos Arise or Logos Hysteria. You can really honestly take your pick. It is a Logos action. Mind over matter. Put each creature into its owner's archives. JR, you and I kind of spoke about this.
Yeah, I'm at least appreciative that this is showing up as a rare. This seems very, very strong.
Yeah, very, very strong. I don't know whether I want to call it the Arise or I guess it's more attuned to Hysteria, huh?
It is more tuned to Hysteria, but it's going into the archive, so it's not coming into your hand to play those QMEX again.
This is very, very true, but nothing's stopping you from playing them and then archiving them all. Yay.
So this is not as strong as Hysteria.
No, it's not as
because-
strong as Hysteria, all right.
Because your cards go into your archive, and you can't pull them out the same turn where your opponent can immediately then redraw and replay them.
Right.
So this will have some combos. If Dysania is reprinted, that'll make this real fun.
I see this because you're also going to clog your opponent's hand. I mean, if you put 5 or 7 creatures into their archive and then they take their archive, the hand's going to get clogged.
Or they just leave them there.
That's true. They could just leave them there.
I don't know. I don't hate this card because if they're all stacked up in amber and upgrades, it gets rid of all that stuff. But I don't know.
Oh no, this is a real strong card. It's just, of course, it ends up in House Logos, which is already a super strong. I don't think Logos in any set has been weak.
No, sure hasn't.
But let's keep trucking along here as we move into Skippy Time Hog. Will be making his debut again, or his return.
His coming back.
So your opponent cannot use any cards during their next turn. Boy, I can't wait to see all the confusion that this is going to create on the Facebook page that we're all waiting for. Well, if I play a Skippy Time Hog, you guys ready for it?
Oh yeah, it's fine. I enjoy the card. I think it's a very, very nice disruption card.
Yeah, it is. So let's move into the Umbra Bot. Oh no, we've already seen Umbra Bot, so we're not really going to get too deep into Umbra Bot.
I don't think we need to talk much about any of these combo creatures.
Yeah, they're all the same, aren't they? Discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw a card.
That's anything that's Logos has that.
Right.
And then because this is Umbra, it gets
Elusive.
the Shadows bonus, which is elusive, although Umbras
Should be a
elusive.
Urchin. Yeah, it should be Urchin Bot.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Dark Wave. We're into Shadows now. Dark Wave, Pip of Ember every time you play it. It is an action card. Deal 2 damage to each non-mutant creature. So this is Poison Wave, but just to mutants.
Yeah, this is like a card that says, I want to punish you for not playing.
Mass Mutations.
Yeah. It's weird. It's an interesting card.
Yeah.
Because in Sealed Mass Mutation, it may not be that strong, but outside of Sealed Mass Mutation, it is basically as good as a Poison Wave,
Yeah,
if not better, because you're playing mutants.
hopefully. Yeah, and then it may pop a lot of those wards that you're seeing in Worlds Collide. So I'm interested to see if the set does a little bit of balancing. If it does kind of real Worlds Collide into kind of being not as powerful, but, powerful enough. But let's go into Look Over There. Shadows action. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If it is not destroyed, steal 1. So what is this? I'm trying to think this is like Relentless Whispers, except you're not getting an Ember Pip, and it's backwards.
See, I was thinking Nerve Blast, deal 2 damage, but instead of it destroying it, it's if it is not destroyed, it's stealing 1.
Well, Nerve Blast is just steal 1 if you do
Do 2 damage.
Relentless Whispers was deal 2 damage. If it destroys that creature, steal 1.
So Relentless Whispers is a better comparison.
Yeah, in comparison it is, but I mean, this is kind of interesting. Deal 2 damage. If you don't destroy it, steal 1.
Yeah, it's got the Gangoozle wording. Right?
Yeah.
Deal some damage. If you don't do it, get another effect. Great for wards. I guess it kills certain little creatures. I don't know. I mean, it should be easy enough to steal 1 with it if you have to, but
Right.
just stacking 2 damage onto a creature for another. I don't know. What we're, me and some of the other people I talk with, we're generally in the opinion of a card that says steal 1 is a good card still.
Yep.
Trust no one, usually just steals 1, still a good card.
Right.
So this one does damage and steals 1, so I don't know how we can think it's a bad card.
No, it's decent. It's still a good card. It has the ability to stop your opponent from forging a key. So I think anything that does that is a good card, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't suffer from the AOA problems of where they say only an enemy creature.
Right.
So this gives that flexibility to
Do it wherever you want to do it.
yeah.
So like a Rad Penny, which is the next card up. We've already seen Rad Penny. Rad Penny's real good. I think all of us are in agreement that Rad Penny is real good. I'll just say
I'm
that.
enjoying Rad Penny.
She's real good.
Yeah, especially this one that's been given a draw an extra card on it
Yeah.
too.
That one does have the bonus ember of a bonus ember. I got to get out of the habit of saying that. It's got that bonus
draw.
So let's go into, and again, this is a mechanic that I've loved and I've wanted to see more of, and for whatever reason, we just have never seen more and more of it. Subtle Auto. 1 power mutant thief creature from Shadows. Play, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. I don't know about you guys. I love the having my opponent discard cards from their hand mechanic.
I like to play Martian Generosity. I hate this.
Yeah. Does this hurt Martian? I mean, this hurts Martian Generosity a little bit.
If
Sure
it hits a
does when
combo
you hit
piece.
it.
Yep.
Help. Yeah, no, discard's always good. 1 power creature is whatever. So this is, I to tell you the truth, I think I'd rather have a Mind Barb, have an Amber, and make you discard than a 1 power creature. But you know,
but chances are, once he's gonna probably reap once or twice. I mean, yeah, he's a 1 power creature, but he's got a play effect. So if I'm choosing things to kill, he's like one of the fewer ones on my. He's one of the last ones on my list.
Especially knowing that we're not seeing a lot of recursion cards, this kind of plays a tier down, in my opinion. He plays, he has his effect, but I'm going to leave him there.
Little heartbreaking. It does not look like hit and runs coming in this set.
No, is Ronnie Risk Clocks?
I will look.
All right. While you're looking, let's move into Tempting Offer. Pip of Ember every time you play it. It will enhance 1 steal or 1 capture. I'm sorry. When it's played, it is an action card. If I didn't say that already, return an enemy creature to its an opponent's hand. If you do, your opponent gains 1 Ember. Did I read that right? Because that seems like a really bad card all around. It's
return an enemy creature to its owner's hand. If you do, your opponent gains 1. It has the enhanced icon that's on it. You have the amber that's on this individual card.
Right.
So the enhance is going to be somewhere else in your deck. I wish that it had a little more flexibility and was returning a creature, so it wasn't just the opponent. The enemy. And what I really wish here was, okay, we could return a creature such as Subtle Auto or Rad Penny, and then be able to go ahead and use it again. But the idea of I'm returning your creature to your hand and then I'm giving you an amber.
That spells bad all the way around, right?
Well, it depends. If you're facing, a dinosaur that doesn't have a ward on it and it's got a ton of amber, sure, I'll return that and take the amber. So it's what is the cost benefit for you? So if you have it stacked with amber and I'm going to go ahead and give you an amber, not putting you on check, but I'm going to take 3 or 4 in return, that's a good return for me. It's situational. That's what I'm seeing. It's situational.
I don't see there's a situation I ever want to play this card.
Oh no, there's tons of situations where this card is great. Yep. This card has downsides in that the if you do section is only in the second half. So if you play this and they have creatures, you have to put 1 back. So if they only have good play effects, you might just end up having to discard this. But the other catchy, silly thing to this is it says return an enemy creature to its owner's hand. So if they have taken control of one of your creatures and you bounce that, it doesn't go to their hand. I don't think they would gain 1.
So we're talking about very nuanced sections here where I want to play this.
I don't know. I mean, like, returning a creature, depending on the situation, is okay. But I'm not a big fan of this card.
I don't think that this card is overly broken, but I see some utility coming from it, and I'm okay with those type of cards. I think that you're going to have to think creatively. It's not going to be an auto play, and I'm good with that.
So what it does on your turn 1 is it lets you bounce back their single creature and then play your Rad Penny to steal that amber. Because that's always the problem, is you got your Rad Penny and they've made no amber.
Okay, fair. I'll give that to you.
There's another edge case for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's move into Miasma Bomb. If there was one card I didn't want to see come back ever, it was Miasma. Enhanced,
but it's in an artifact form now. Yay!
It is an artifact form. It is enhanced with a damage. It is an artifact. Action: destroy Miasma Bomb. Your opponent skips the forge a key step during their next turn. So it's Miasma in artifact form.
Which gives it the double-sided problem of all the things that target artifacts.
Right. You got a lot of things that target artifacts, however, you don't have to hold it. But then it could be targeted. So, I mean, it's...
So here's the question. Here's the question. Would you rather have the action of Miasma, where you're getting the amber, but then it's lost? Or would you rather have this sit out with the chance of it being blown up?
I guess it depends, like, how much Ember control... I mean, Hawk is definitely a thing that everybody loved. So, I mean, you see a lot of... If you see Shadows, there's probably a good chance you're seeing a Hawk or two. I'm just trying to think of, like, all the other Ember... or all the other artifact control people love. Poltergeist, people love Poltergeist, so now your own Miasma Bomb's being played against you. Same with library... or not library access. Remote access, so... I don't know. This is a case-by-case scenario. Like, it's going to be good against the people who aren't rocking artifact control, which not every stunner deck is rocking artifact control, but then again, it could be very bad against some of those other cards that do have artifact control and can use this against you. Dan?
I think...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was going to say, seeing it as an uncommon, I'm okay with this. You're getting the enhanced icon. It's not a common piece, and I'm okay.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it too, JR. Is the fact that it's an uncommon makes me not real heartbroken, and it doesn't have the Amber Pip on it, so it's not as great.
This is kind of an interesting card. Moving into the next card, Reckless Rizzo. He is a 1-power elf thief with elusive. He has the action Steal 2. Until the start of your next turn, Reckless Rizzo loses elusive. Now, number one, I don't know if he makes it even after he gets to be played. I don't know if he gets to still live. I think he is kind of almost an auto kill. But if he's not killed then, he'll definitely be killed the turn after.
This is one of those new cards that makes me hope Ghost Form is around.
Okay. I doubt it will be, because I don't think anomalies are coming back, but
they confirmed anomalies are coming back, and at least one anomaly is a regular print card in this set.
I thought they said anomalies were not coming back.
No, I believe they said they were.
I thought they said they were not.
Yeah, I can actually confirm what I had read, and that was what Dan just kind of went through, is anomalies are coming back, and then that one of them would be in the set. That's what I heard. It has been a while, but I remember. So
there will be one anomaly in the set?
No, one of the anomalies from previous set is just a regular print card.
It's just set. A card in the set, right? But correct. Anomalies themselves, I thought were not in this set.
I believe they are.
Okay.
And I believe they're not changing, but we have no confirmed information on that.
Perfect.
I can go ahead and say, honestly, all of these Shadows creatures are extremely small. So the idea of any direct damage coming from those modified mutant creatures with the direct damage is going to literally wipe most of them. This idea of Steal 2 until the start of your next turn, I actually wish that this would have shown up on our friend, who is it, Gizelhart Zealot, that instead of, it's where it says until the start of your next turn, I wish it would have said until the start of your next turn, Gizelhart gains Skirmish. Something of that sort, seeing this wording here with Reckless Rizzo,
right? That's
what I would like to see kind of built in. I like the idea. Okay, I'm going to take the 2 Amber if you're not going to kill it, and I don't care if I lose elusive. Fine, it's gone. But I just stole 2 Amber.
Right. I mean, 2 is kind of the top. I mean, 2 is a lot to just steal. So, I don't think he makes it, though. Unfortunately.
Oh, no. I don't think, especially in this deck where everything is so small, I don't see coming back to Shadows right after playing them.
Right.
But, maybe in the right deck. But I like the opportunity that you have this choice. Again, cost analysis benefit. What is it going to cost? I'm going to take 2. I lose elusive. Okay, well, if he steals 2, I think this is a win for him. And on uncommon, I'm not worried about seeing a ton of them.
Right. Let's move into Safe House. It is a Shadows artifact with 1 pip of Ember every time you play it. Archive a friendly creature from play. I like this.
In this deck, this card is pretty good.
The only thing it's not Omni. I've just come to realize that. If this was Omni, this would be way better.
You got double red pennies.
Yeah, you do have double red pennies. I mean, which she should never see your graveyard. You can still Oubliette her. Is Oubliette in the set?
We'll check quick.
Yeah, I don't know if Oubliette is in here.
I don't either. So we'll have to wait and see. I
do not know.
We don't know yet. Okay.
Yeah,
so.
and outside of Rad Penny, you can see Subtle Auto being able to be archived. I mean, a little bit of play. It's situational, but I'll take it.
There's that Mars creature from AOA that does the same thing. You reap with him, and he can archive a friendly creature from play.
Yeah.
And
Think Drone.
He's not that good, but that's AOA where there's only.
Well, he was in Coda too. The
creatures.
Besima Think Drone.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in AOA. He's on one of my decks that he's in AOA or Coda deck, but I never use him.
Right. So that makes me think this isn't that great, but then this set has a lot of solid play effects, so this card's probably pretty good.
I like it. I dig it. I wish it was an Omni and maybe a Omni Sack as opposed. I mean, I guess you can use it over and over and over again as long as you're calling Shadows. It's never going to go away. Unless it's blown up, but it's not an Omni effect, so that kind of sucks. Either way. We've seen Mole already. We're not going to go over Mole. And
I want to talk about the card that's causing the most goofy questions and people not understanding how upgrades work.
Is that Mole?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because a lot of people don't understand because it's this creature gains.
Yeah, they don't understand the difference between why you play this on an opponent's creature, but you also play Quadricorder on an opponent's creature.
Right. Well, because Quadricorder does not say this.
Yep.
You still own the Quadricorder.
And I will go ahead and tell you that I added to that confusion, so I apologize to the community. But, I did. When we first talked about Mole, I put out how some people are going to see it, but I think it is pretty straightforward.
It is a confusing... It's a little confusing. It's just not native to think that way when you play it. That I'm playing a card and it says opponent, but that refers to me. That is not a natural approach to thinking about it.
I don't know, because it's like when I read it as if I have Mole in my hand, I'm going to play it on your charrette. I am the opponent to that charrette, so now I get to spend the Ember that's on there.
Oh, it makes sense if you slow down and read it and think about it, but it's just not natural to be playing a card from your hand where it says opponent and it's meaning you.
It's targeting yourself, I suppose.
Yeah. So I mean, this card here's just another card that says, thanks for making a bank for me, Mr. Sanctum.
Yeah.
Yes, but here's where I'm interested. I'm going to now play this on your Shrix. Great. You went ahead because I could not deal with your Scudam's Shrix. So now I play Mole on it. Fine. You put on the Amber, but I'm going to be able to go ahead and Forge.
Yeah, that makes like a weird
interaction.
Yeah.
Interaction with Shrix because we can both spend his Amber.
Yep.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a little dicey at first. I think we'll all be okay.
It's a rare card. We'll see how much we see of it and the impact.
That was my next thing. Like, it's rare. I don't know how much we're actually going to see of this, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of spirited conversation on the Facebook page about how everybody's wrong and only you understand. So that's kind of how that will go. Let's move to the Lycan Thief, and this is the last card, kind of the day. And again, these Lyco, like these, I don't even know what to call them. These fixed rarity cards that are in what seems to be each house.
I think they are common slot cards. They take the same slot as a common, but they're fixed rarity because you have to have both. You don't have to have both houses in your deck because this deck doesn't have Untamed.
No.
So I'm not sure how that part works.
I think it is. Remember when I said a long time ago, like, I wanted to see more blurring of the houses.
That's what this is.
That's basically what these are. This is a blurring of the house.
This one's a real sad one because they just remade Knuckles Bolton.
Right. I was just about to say that. You just remade one of the crummiest cards from AOA. You just remade Knuckles Bolton. So that one is a sad card. It's just elusive is what you get for being a Shadows, and skirmish is what you get for being.
And I don't think you get power boosts in either of those houses. Like some other houses, you get power boosts. Is this the worst combination card that there is in here? I think it is.
I think that we've seen thus far, yeah, 100%. Like you said, this card already exists. It's called Knuckles Bolton.
And you didn't want him.
Yeah, no, I don't want Knuckles either, so. This is kind of crummy, but like I said, you guys can play all these decks now over on the Crucible Online. They are available, and I still believe you can find them on TTS. Confirmed. You guys played with them, so I don't know.
We played them. We played on Tabletop.
Yep. You can find them on TTS still.
Okay, so what else we got going on, guys? We're coming rounding the corner of the last couple minutes of the show. JR, I know you wanted to shout somebody out real quick this week.
Yes, I want to give a special shout out to the one and only Real Player One, or Austin Jake. Okay. Austin actually spent a little bit of time over in Indianapolis with both Dan and myself, and so he roomed with us, and it was great to see him writing a piece that showed up on FFG. So great job, Austin, and that was his article, if you have not read it, is Into the Jungle, investigating the Keyforge sealed format. So he really looked at kind of how to choose what you're looking at for your deck and how to be able to maximize the effect of opening that deck and playing to the best of your ability.
I will find the link to that and put that into the description down below if you guys were interested. And that's going to do it. As of the time of recording this, we are getting ready for Shadow Worlds this weekend. So you guys can catch Dan, you're gonna try to stream your games over on the Discord server, right?
That's my intent, yes.
All right, that is Dan's intent. JR, I don't know what your game plan is if you're just going to be playing. I'm sure I'll be popping in to his games every so often, and we'll be chatting it up, I'm sure, throughout.
We are a team, and so we're going to be chatting it up, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Good luck to all the teams. Not too much luck.
Not too much luck, though. And I will be streaming my games over on that place that lets me stream things. Twitch. Twitch.tv/IM_the Wookie. I will be streaming my games over there. I believe you said 10 o'clock Central Standard Time.
10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern is what I had.
So we'll see you guys then. Hopefully I'll have this up and running for you guys by that point in time. You guys got anything else before we get the flock out of here?
No, have a great week, everyone. Keep forging keys, and let's have some fun at Shadow Worlds.
Yeah. Dan, you got anything?
No, nothing for me.
All right. We'll see you guys all next time.